We're going to be trying out Hikokis tools today. I've got the 10-piece 36V kit here, and we've also got the frame and fix. So we've got a few odd jobs we're doing today, so I'm just going to take these tools around with me all day, and we're going to use as many of these as possible and give them a proper test on the work site, see how they go. Now today's going to be quite interesting because this job is almost done, and we've got a range of very different tasks that we have to run around and complete today. Normally these types of days aren't too fun, but it is actually perfect for trying to use as many different Hikoki tools as possible and getting a good feel for them so we can give them a proper test. So the first thing we're going to be doing is ripping out this old window. Initially this window was going to stay in, but now it's been changed so that there can be a sliding door, so we've got access through this bedroom to the outside. Oh nice. Right, if I cut this cork, that's probably all we need to do for the outside. Listen to the power difference though. Yeah. That's max. Yeah. The only thing I'll give it is turn them both on. The DeWalt vibrates. Oh yeah. Kind of annoys your hand straight away. Hikoki's got no vibration. I think they call this thing Godzilla or something stupid. I don't like it. Even like when you try to hold it here with your handle, it's like your hand, it's too big to get a good grip on. Yeah. Because you want two hands to use that big saw. Yeah. That is crazy. I'm going to chuck a battery in it too. Like you can really see the size difference there. Yeah. Hikoki.
You can tell the weight difference as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm struggling to hold that. But then like you can see how nice DeWalt have done this with that grip. Like that's really nice to hold. That's perfect. I love that. It's almost a bit like slippery here as well too.
Yeah, I just thought it might have been because it was new.
Possibly, but you've got like a really nice rubber grip on the DeWalt one. That's just too big. I'm pretty sure this just had a few fixing nails holding it, or if there were proper screws and nails, so that thing must be a beast because I felt nothing at all. I don't think there's anything else holding it. No. Because that moved really easily then. Yeah. Nice. Do the same thing on the other side and we're live. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Right, we're not off to a good start. We've taken out the first old window and the new window doesn't fit. I'm thinking we may actually have to alter this frame. The new window is 20mm bigger than this opening. So I think if we move those studs 20mm on either side, that gives us 10mm clearance to pack it. And then that window's going to sit in there behind the brick. So Jack's running this job and he's just on the phone to the builder right now trying to work out what's going on. We might just quickly run upstairs and let's have a look at this job. I haven't actually been here since frame stage. The whole place looks pretty nice. So I'm guessing this is going to be the master bedroom, and how is that for a view? Right, so this is the main living area here. This joint has turned out nice though. It's got a mint view. It's a bit of a different balcony here too. We've got the whole balcony and there's just a big void in the middle. Obviously that's all locked at the moment until they go through and do all the full protection that we need. Anyway, we'll be up here later doing some work up here. Let's go see if that window's been sorted out. The windows are wrong.
Yeah, they're not meant to have reveals on them.
All of them are wrong?
Yeah, they all have reveals on.
You're kidding.
They've all got reveals on them, they're all too big. And then even if I took off the reveals, it's still going to be too big.
Yeah, they will be. What do we do for the time being? Do they want that window back in?
No, he said just leave it. He's going to come around 2 o'clock.
That's good, okay. Yeah, that changes our day then, no more windows. Oh, so we're just going to jump on and do a few finished touches for this fix. This corner here, or this wall here, is pretty unique. Obviously we've got 2 small cupboards here. The reason it's broken up is we do have a steel column in the middle, and on either side here, the tag comes out for its bolts. So that's why these are up so high. So what we're gonna have to do is pack underneath it and then run a skirting board across. And it gets even better. This is up too high that we can't use a normal size 65mm skirting board. So we're gonna have to change the profile. Obviously it's gonna match in on that far corner there to the existing skirting board. So we're gonna have to run a smaller skirting board to the architrave, step it up, and then hopefully it looks all good. So I've ripped timbers which are going to sit perfectly underneath the jam, and that's obviously going to pack up for the skirt but also support this jam in case weight was to get put on it or someone was going to stand on it. Obviously the jam's 110mm thick as well, so I've just got an off-cut bit of arc here, and we're going to use that to pack the timber. And in total that comes to about 105mm now, so it's almost the same thickness as the jam, and I'll make it flush with the front side here so we can do our skirting board. And when we do the skirting board on the other side, we'll just use some mason nut packets behind the skirting board to pack that flush. And I'm just going to go through and tack these together with the fixer. I bloody love this. I reckon this is the best battery fixer on the market. It's probably heaps. Sweet. Alright, so this is a 65mm skirts we're using everywhere. And yeah, that doesn't even come close to going over the jam. We want them to sit at that height there. Since we do need to match this corner in here with the 65mm skirt, what I'm thinking of doing is having a 65mm skirt running to this point here, and then from there we'll jump up. We'll jump up to the 75mm skirt. So the 65 is going to run in line with the architrave, and then what we're going to have is a 75mm skirt at this height here. Unfortunately, we're tight on the architraves. If it was up to me, I think it probably would be a better look to redo these architraves and have them run all the way down to the ground, and then we can just worry about skirting in between. Anyway, let's have a play around and see what we can do with this. I think this is going to be a little bit of work to make this look nice. Alright, so we do want a 3mm quirk, and we've got 90mm on that side to about 85 on that side. So with the quirk, we'll take 3mm off that. I might take 4mm off that, because it doesn't need to be hard down. I'd rather lift this skirt up a mil to get it right. So we've got 90mm exactly there. I'm going to mark 86. 85. Alright. So we'll finish there at 81mm. I said this video is going to be just using Hikoki tools, and has been a lot of DeWalt. Man, it's been a long time since I've used... That vacuum didn't go on, did it?
Nah, it didn't.
Oh, I've got to pair it up for Bluetooth, don't I?
Yeah.
My bad, sorry man. I forgot how nice it is. It's such an irregular way that it drops down.
Yeah. It's just, I like these.
I bloody love it. I do love that track saw.
It's probably the best track saw.
I think I prefer this over the Festal.
Yeah, and the DeWalt one. So the Makita one.
Yeah, the Makita 40V one's bloody good.
Yeah.
This is a, I'm not gonna lie, it's a red Walt win. Because that's really nice.
Well, it's pretty looked after.
Oh, that's probably the difference. I don't really look after my toys. Right. Right, so the skirt does sit underneath these two architraves. The quirk's perfect here, so I'm going to cut that architrave down as well. At this point here though, it looks like the jams are almost in slightly different levels. We got a 3mm quirk there, and it's flush with the jam here. So what I'm going to do is get a planer. I'm going to take out the bottom of the skirt, and hopefully we can bow it down to make it nice there. I should have done a video today called Testing DeWalt Tools, because we've been using so many jacks. So I was a bit harsh on this multi-tool before, saying it's got not a lot of power, but it actually has the least amount of vibration out of any multi-tool I've used. It's easy to work with. All right, so I don't know if you can see it from the angle we're looking at before, but this 100mm skirt we just put in is actually 18mm thick compared to everything else, which is 12mm. So now that it works, it fits, it's all cut right. I've got the hardest part of the job, and I'm going to use a planer to try to delicately take off 6mm and the back of the skirt. Oh, that looks heaps better. That's pretty good. What I want to do is get some glue where it's going to be butting into these architraves. So we'll put those there. And then let's glue some timber and some of this jam here just to help hold everything together. Nice. I'm just going to mark on the slab where that timber is. Oh, I hate that you have to turn these guns on. So I'm just going to finish this wall now, put the skirts in, and then we'll jump inside the closet and do the same thing inside there. Never used a multi-tool to do that before, but it actually worked quite well. She just needs a little bit of love with the sander, and then I think we've done all right. It doesn't look too neat or fun to do the inside here, so I'm not going to film it, but we'll jump in and we'll finish off everything in here now. Alright, so that's done now, and I think I did say at the start of the video, we're doing a lot of odd jobs. We're going from pulling the window out, doing skirting boards, and the next job I'm going to be doing is cleaning this out and filling it with concrete. It's definitely a bit of a weird day all over the place for sure.
Then yeah, we got to cut this pipe.
Is that dead?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, cool. Both the builder and the plumber have told us that this pipe is dead and we can cut it. I've still got a little bit of trust issues. We'll chuck this here. Just going to put that there so we don't get any sparks on the new window. Yeah, I've definitely got some trust issues. Watch this just fly up with water. don't know why, but I was really expecting that to be live. It wouldn't be the first time I've cut a pipe that I was told it wasn't live and then just got drenched with water afterwards. Oh, we've got 5 bags of concrete to do this. I'm actually not sure if that's going to be enough. Right, that's a good mix. Honestly, I probably want it a bit wetter. That's a bit too dry down there. This is going to be interesting. Before I start making a mess of this, I do want to clarify this page is called David's Carpentry, not concreting, for a reason you're about to see. Might be worth starting with the fact I don't have a trowel, so we are going to be using this brand new digital level to try and move this across. I don't really know what I'm doing, but the intention here is to semi-vibrate the concrete so all those bigger rocks start to fall down and we get a smooth finish. And honestly, that's working really well. I'm actually quite happy with how that's turned out. It's a bit messy, but that's really smooth where we need it to be. And once it's dried, I'm just going to go through, scrape off all that excess concrete and clean up all those little rocks underneath the plaster there. I don't have a lot of concrete experience, so I'm going to take that one as a win. Right, for now, we're going to jump upstairs, give Jack a hand with the bifold door, and then I think that's everything done inside. We'll jump outside and get started on the deck that we're going to be building. Do you want to stop impactors, use this? And then I want your honest thoughts on what you think of the Hikoki. Honest thoughts. I know you're a big DeWalt fan. Keep in mind as well, that's actually a 36 volt impact as well.
Okay.
So it should be good. Thoughts already, I'm just holding it. I reckon it feels pretty good.
It does feel nice. It drives.
What's that?
It drives really nice.
Everyone's going to think this is sponsored now. If money wasn't a factor, which one would you pick between Hikoki and DeWalt?
Pardon?
If money wasn't a factor, which impactor would you pick?
DeWalt.
You would? Yeah. I'm going to jump in here. See how that goes. She's a bit tight on the left-hand side too, but we can always...
Yeah, I've got to really actually change it, I think.
Yeah.
Is there a spanner there?
Sure is. You know what, I hope we've done this the right way, because now I'm panicked thinking, what if they're going to have a bench there?
You can easily swap it over. But you wouldn't want... I don't think you would. You'd have a shelf there, light switch.
Yeah, you're right, but then I'm thinking, what's the point of using this instead of a normal swinging door? Unless the benches go to about there. I think that's what I'd do, have the bench go to there.
Yeah.
The more I look at it, the more I'm worried that it probably was meant to swing out the other way, but I mean, at least it's an easy fix to stop that around now. All right, so this is going to be tomorrow's project, laying the deck around here. It's a bit of a small deck, but it does wrap all the way around and just finishes off there. So this is my first day here. The subfloor's almost done. but we've got a little bit of work to do. There's going to be a picture frame going around the outside, because obviously we'll have a few miter corners in there, so we're just going to frame a few things out from there. And I've been told there's a few areas on the subfloor which we probably need to go over with the level and just make all good. 275. So far today, I've been loving all the Hikoki tools. I think this is going to be the one tool that pisses me off.
Really?
It just can't skew nails.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the way the teeth are built, you need to like have contact with the very top tooth to skew a nail. So if I'm trying to go sideways, it just won't work. Honestly, I've had a bit of experience with this gun, and it has done my head in a few times. That was actually great right then, though. What I do want to do for this corner, because our decking boards are going to come in on this angle here, this one board is going to need a screw around that vicinity. So I am going to go put another block in here too. This gun's actually been pretty good. And one thing that I did here, which is important, is even though I've got two blocks next to each other, hard to each other, I still want to leave a 5mm gap. And that is because the way our board's going to go, there will be a gap between boards around this section here, and water's going to go through that gap. And I want to be able to, I want the water to have a way where it can actually flow off and get off this timber and not just sit there. Now, another thing we have to do, if we pretend that this is going to be our faceboard coming through here, all the other boards are going to be running this way into it, meaning that all these boards here are going to be finishing at that point there. So we do need to put another bit of timber in, going through here so those boards can be screwed into something. Another win for Hikoki is they've got USB ports in their chargers, which is needed because my camera just died. I'm going to leave that to charge up for a minute. I'm actually going to run out to Bunnings right now. So it is almost 3, it's getting close to the end of the day. So I've got a huge tub of bitumen in my toolbox, bitumen paint, which is what we need to coat all our decking joists. We don't have any plastic to go over them, and we want to coat them with something so that the timber lasts a bit longer without rotting. Obviously we are using H3 treated timber, so it is designed to be sitting outside, but coating the top of the timber with bitumen paint or using plastic just stops water sitting on the timber for prolonged periods, which helps the timber last even longer. Now I do have the bitumen in the toolbox. The thing I don't have though is a roller or a paintbrush to apply with. So that's what we're going to Bunnings to pick up. I reckon that should do it. We don't really need anything too fancy. We don't really care how pretty it looks as long as it's on. Alright, we're back. I've just shot on the last few blocks that we do need. Obviously the picture frame is just going on that external side. We're not doing a picture frame wrapping it around the house, so that's why that's not framed out for it. And for now we're going to start coating all these joists so that we are good to go and can start decking first thing tomorrow. Alright, all those joists have their first coat. I'm going to try get here at 6:30 tomorrow morning and get the second coat on. And hopefully it doesn't take too long to dry because we want to get onto the decking boards pretty quickly tomorrow. With the Hikoki tools, I feel like we had a pretty good day. We had a good run and used a fair range of the tools. I gave them a good run today, mainly the multi-tool and the recip, and I got a better feel from them. The recip still feels as heavy as I first predicted. But the multi-tools has won a few more points in my mind because it's got close to no vibration when you're using it. Now there are a few tools that I still didn't get to use today, and for example tomorrow we're going to be going through doing that deck. So I'm going to be using this drill a lot to pre-drill every hole, obviously, and then also the impact driver. And I feel like when we start using the tools over and over again in applications like that, that's when I'm really going to start to find what's good and what's not good about them. So even though the next few videos aren't going to be dedicated to Hikoki, I'm still going to be testing these tools out for a while, and obviously I want to see how they hold up.